In this video, we're going to be going over how to use the power of 4, right? So this is a GBP USD on the 15-minute time frame. So the power of 4 works very simply, right? So we start off our day with an accumulation. This is the Asian session range. This is a low volume time of day, right? So when we're looking for a bearish trade or a bearish scenario, we start off with this range over here. So this range over here simply builds liquidity. I'll label this in orange. Now, once we've had the liquidity building stage, the next thing we want to do is we want to understand we're looking for an enticement of early sellers. So the enticement of early sellers is when price drops down. The sellers are going, oh no, look, price is heading down, right? Before price eventually shoots up. So this is our manipulation phase 1. So manipulation phase 1 is an enticement of early sellers. This typically will happen in the London session. If we continue to play price on, price actually heads to the upside and we now sweep the Asian range high. So we swept the Asian range low and now we're going to sweep the Asian range high. Just like this. Now, once we swept the Asian range high, this is now an enticement of buyers. This is the Judah swing, right? So remember, for a bearish day, the Judah swing will occur above the Asian session range. Very important to understand that. So what confirms an entry from this area? Well, we need to key off an order block. So what is an order block? An order block has 3 characteristics to it, right? So we need to key off an order block, right? Entry. We need to see a valid market structure shift. We need to see a fair value gap, and we need to see price in the premium. These are the 3 things we're looking for, right? So once we've had a shift of the market structure, this is our break of the market structure over here. Price will give a structural high and a structural low down here. And our job is very simply to come and wait for price to come back into this premium area off this fair value gap before heading lower. So there will be an FVG over here, or a fair value gap or an imbalance. This is very typically the power of 4. So let's now take this to the chart and see what we have. So again, we start off with our Asian session range. This is the accumulation session. So in the AMD model, this is the accumulation, right? Let's call this AMD. Sorry, just A. This is the accumulation. A for accumulation, A for the Asian session range. We now see the same exact pattern. So let's just replay price again. Right, we see a very aggressive sharp move down. Right, we see this. This is the sweep of the Asian range low. Right, now that we have that, we're now looking for a sweep of the Asian range high. So we're looking for the exact same thing, but on the opposite end. Right, so if we just play price on, this is where we have it. So notice how price comes, we sweep the Asian range high. So this is where we get, this is our Judah swing. So what confirms a Judah swing is essentially a break of the market structure. So we're seeing a break of the structure just over here, right? Now that we have that in place, the last thing we're looking for is a structural high and a structural low. And the reason for that is because we're looking at a PD array, right? We're looking for a very specific PD array to enter off, right? So this is the fair value gap over here, right here. So it's a little bit subtle, but it is above the 50% level, so it makes it a premium area to look for sells. This is going to be our selling point over here, and we want to have a stop loss just above the Judah swing, and we're simply looking to target. Where do we look to target, right? Our first target will be the low of the day. That's a 2.5R. But remember, if we just look to the left, we actually have the previous day low. So this is Monday's low. So if you know anything about ICT, previous day highs and previous day lows are very, very powerful. So once we have that in place, this is almost a 1 to 3R trade. So if I just continue to play price on, we eventually get a mitigation. It's a bit of a slow trade to get going. But once we had our initial analysis, price went through into the Asian range and we got our move to the downside. So this is what we call ICT's power of 4. And it's essentially working off a 2-phase manipulation. So we have accumulation, manipulation phase 1, manipulation phase 2, and then we have the expansion of the distribution. So there's 4 phases to this model. And if you can understand all 4 phases on a Forex pair, it's a very powerful market to be using. Very powerful, strategy to be using.